Your body has been sending you distress signals for years. You ignored them not because you're careless, but because nobody told you what they meant. Fatigue, bloating, mood crashes, anxiety for no reason, brain fog at 2 p.m. This video is going to tell you what is actually happening inside you, and it's not what you think. Most people with health struggles fall into a silent trap. They're not sick enough to be diagnosed, but they're never actually well. They spend years guessing, blaming stress, blaming age, blaming themselves. Today we're connecting 5 areas of your health that are all secretly destroying each other, and once you see the connection, you can't unsee it. Let's start with sleep because everything else depends on it. Most people think sleep is passive rest. It is not. While you are unconscious, your brain activates a waste clearance system called the glymphatic system. It flushes out toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's. Your pituitary gland releases growth hormone. Your immune system runs full repair cycles. Miss the right stages and none of that happens, no matter how many hours you log. Here is what nobody tells you about sleep. It was never about the hours. It is about sleep architecture, the pattern of light sleep, deep sleep, and REM cycling through the night. One glass of alcohol collapses deep sleep by up to 40%. One late screen session delays your melatonin by 90 minutes. One stress spike before bed cuts your REM in half. You get 8 hours, but your body gets almost no repair. That is why you wake up exhausted. There are 3 signs your sleep is broken even if you think it is fine. First, you wake up between 2 and 4 a.m. and you do not know why. That is your cortisol spiking too early. Second, you need caffeine within 90 minutes of waking. That means adenosine, the sleep pressure chemical, was not properly cleared overnight. Third, you feel more rested after 6 hours some nights than 8 hours on others. That means your sleep cycles are misaligned. None of this is insomnia. It is something subtler and far more common. If you have been nodding along this whole time wondering why no one ever broke this down so clearly, that is exactly what this channel is built for. We go this deep into your health every single week. Keep watching, because this is only the first piece of the puzzle. Now let us talk about sugar, and not in the way you have heard before. Sugar does not just make you gain weight. It hijacks your brain. When you eat sugar, your brain releases dopamine, the same reward chemical triggered by addictive substances. The more you eat, the more your receptors desensitize. You need more sugar to feel the same hit. That afternoon craving is not a lack of willpower. It is a neurochemical loop your own diet trained your brain to run on repeat every single day. Here is the part that should make you angry. The people eating the most hidden sugar are the ones trying hardest to be healthy. Flavored yogurt, granola bars, whole grain bread, fruit juice, protein shakes, sports drinks. Many of these spike your blood sugar faster than a candy bar. The food industry spent decades and billions of dollars engineering this, putting sugar inside health food, giving it 57 different names on labels, and lobbying against research that exposed it. But here is the real twist. Chronic sugar intake does not just cause cravings, it makes you biologically unable to feel full. Leptin is the hormone that signals your brain to stop eating. Long-term sugar exposure makes your brain leptin resistant. The signal gets sent, but your brain stops receiving it. You are not eating too much because you have no self-control. You are eating too much because your brain cannot hear the stop sign. This is a physical malfunction, not a moral failure. Now we need to talk about something that almost no one connects. Most mental health struggles are being treated in the wrong place. Anxiety and depression are labeled as brain conditions and treated with brain-targeted medication. But chronic inflammation, unstable blood sugar, disrupted sleep, and gut damage all directly alter brain chemistry. Many people living with anxiety or depression are actually experiencing a physical condition wearing a mental health disguise. And they will never fully recover until the physical root is addressed. The mechanism behind this is cortisol, your primary stress hormone. In a healthy system, cortisol spikes in moments of danger and drops quickly. But modern life keeps it elevated all day. Traffic, phone notifications, financial pressure, relationship tension, bad news on a loop. Chronically high cortisol literally shrinks your hippocampus, the memory and mood center of your brain. It raises your blood sugar. It destroys your deep sleep. It suppresses your immune system. And it does all of this simultaneously every single day quietly, while you blame yourself for not coping better. Here is a health myth that is actively keeping sick people sicker. You have been told to push harder, train more. No pain, no gain. But for people already dealing with chronic health struggles, overtraining raises cortisol, increases systemic inflammation, and depletes the recovery resources your body desperately needs. The research is clear. Moderate, consistent movement, not intense exercise, is what heals a struggling body. More is not better. Consistent is better. Here is a number that will change how you think about movement: 22 minutes. A daily 22-minute walk reduces all-cause mortality by 30%. It lowers your inflammatory markers. It improves insulin sensitivity. It boosts serotonin. It directly enhances your deep sleep quality that night. No gym membership. No equipment, no injury risk, no recovery time. The most powerful health intervention available to most people costs absolutely nothing, and most people are not doing it because they think it does not count. Your gut is not just a digestion tube. It is a second brain, and for most people with health struggles, it is severely broken. 95% of your serotonin is manufactured in your gut, not your brain. Your gut microbiome communicates directly with your nervous system through the vagus nerve, a direct highway to your brain. When your gut bacteria become imbalanced, a condition called dysbiosis, your mood collapses, your immunity drops, your sleep worsens, your energy disappears. All of these seemingly separate problems share one broken system. Here is a fact that should stop you cold. 100 years ago, the average human had over 150 distinct species of gut bacteria. Today, the average person in a developed country has fewer than 20. Ultra-processed food, routine antibiotic use, chlorinated tap water, pesticide residue, and chronic stress have quietly wiped out most of the microbial diversity your immune system, mood, and metabolism depend on. Scientists are calling this one of the most serious and underreported health crises of the modern era, and almost no one is talking about it on mainstream media. Now here is where everything we have covered today converges, and this is the part most health content never shows you. Sleep damage, sugar addiction, mental health crashes, exercise intolerance, gut destruction. Every single one of these is either caused by chronic inflammation, accelerated by it, or creates more of it. They are not 5 separate problems. They are 5 symptoms of one underlying fire burning inside your body. If you only treat the symptoms, the fire keeps burning. You have to address the source. So what is feeding that fire every single day? 5 things. Eating ultra-processed food even once daily, consistently sleeping under 7 hours, having no regular movement in your day, living under chronic unmanaged stress, and carrying a depleted, low-diversity gut microbiome. Most people with persistent health struggles are doing all 5 of these simultaneously, and then wondering why nothing they try seems to work. The interventions cannot work while the fire is still being fueled. I need you to hear this clearly. Everything you have been blaming yourself for, the exhaustion you cannot shake, the mood swings you cannot control, the diet you cannot stick to, the anxiety that makes no sense, the brain fog that steals your sharpest hours, these are not signs that you are lazy or weak or broken as a person. They are the measurable, documented biological symptoms of a body under chronic physiological stress. This is not a motivational speech. This is science. And the reason this matters is that biology, unlike character, can be changed. So where do you actually start? Not with a perfect plan with the first 5 moves. 1. Prioritize sleep architecture before sleep duration, dark room, no screens 60 minutes before bed, consistent wake time. 2. Eliminate hidden sugars for 14 days and observe what changes. 3. Walk 20 minutes every single day, treat it as non-negotiable. 4. Add 1 fermented food daily to begin rebuilding gut diversity. 5. Identify your single largest chronic stressor and take 1 concrete step to reduce its daily impact. These are not hacks. These are the fundamentals your body has been starving for. We just walked through 5 systems in your body that have been silently failing and connected them in a way most doctors will never take the time to do in a single appointment. If you want to keep understanding your body at this level, if you want to stop guessing and start knowing, then subscribe. We go this deep every single week. Your health is not a mystery. It just needs the right explanation. And that is what we are here for.